Oh, he got kidney problems? Well, listen, we already got somebody in the house that on dialysis every week, so we can't have the German Shepherd on dialysis too, so he went to sit outside.
Exactly. He lives behind the Safeway now.
Right, yeah.
That's Kroger's problem.
The government growing babies. Microchips in your anus. All koala bears are racist. The ozone layer owes me money. Martians invented turkey stuffing. Y'all can't tell me nothing.
Yep. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another phenomenal episode of My Mama Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracy theories.
And we finally work to prove that Herschel Walker is what happens when you put Walter Payton in the Lazarus pits and that motherfucker come back different. Yeah, you brought him back to life, but at what cost is the question that we want to know, you know?
I hate that guy.
Herschel Walker?
I hate him.
You're not a rabid Herschel Walker fan?
I hate the goal line stalker. I hate it all. The only thing he ever did is get traded to build the Cowboys dynasty.
Damn. So you weren't even a fan back before he was dancing like a monkey in front of people. You
I always
already
knew. I could feel it.
You're like, this motherfucker gonna retire and act real different.
Yeah, I just knew it. It's like him and Terry Crews. I called my shot.
Damn. Were you, hold on, and I'm sorry, we haven't even introduced ourselves. I'm your host, Langston Kerman.
And I'm David Boy.
But are you saying that from the beginning of like pop locking Terry Crews, you were like,
White girls, Terry Crews. I was like, he's not on my side. I don't know why. And I couldn't verbalize it. I didn't know, but I felt
Friday
it in my
after
heart.
next, Terry Crews, you're telling me you had an instinct.
Damon. I didn't think Damon was on my side. I knew it. I knew it.
I that's tough.
Early
if you call
on.
that, you might be psychic, big dog. I don't know.
Put it in reverse, Terry. That's what I've always said.
Look, we can't bullshit anymore about any of these mega coons. We have a wonderful guest today. She's phenomenal. She's so funny. She is a writer and actress, of a fucking hilarious comedian. You know her from her work on Life and Beth. You know her from her work on Flatbush Misdemeanor. So funny. Give it up for our guest, Miss Yamaneika Saunders.
Yes, thank you so much. You said, what did you say? What kind of coon?
Mega coons.
Mega coon. I call them industrial strength coons.
Oh,
Ooh,
I like that.
Because there's level to the coonage, and so sometimes you get that concentrated coon nigga that just add 20% water to get him going. He'll stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that police grade coon.
Yeah, you gotta buy it at Costco, coon.
Yeah.
I got that coon at the restaurant supply store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a guy who sells coons.
Oh man, but you got to be creative now how you say coon, because Instagram, they can't have the population that helps them keep the Negroes in check, feeling bad about themselves. So
sure,
you can get banned if you say coon. You can get blocked and all kinds of stuff. So you got to say. I always say that thing that rhymes with boon.
Oh, I like that.
Just to throw them off the scent.
Yeah, they can't. Instagram's little algorithm can't figure out what that means.
No. Everybody knows coons are bad at rhymes. And that, you heard it here first.
Yes.
Yamaneika, we're very excited that you're here with us today because you came with a conspiracy theory that that is oftentimes in this show, I think, and David, you can speak to this. Some of the conspiracy theories can be devastating and jarring and make you feel sad and yucky on the inside.
Many times.
Yeah, but this one I would say is the opposite of that. This is a nice feel-good conspiracy theory that I don't think I see a lot of harm in. It's
Oh,
exciting.
there will be harm. There will
Oh,
be
okay.
harm in
Well,
this.
I'm speaking way too soon.
Absolutely. I was like, oh, I'm starting with harm.
Yeah,
Oh
that's what I
shit.
like.
Oh, okay. Here I was thinking we were gonna have a sweet episode. My mistake.
No, you got Yamaneika here. When have I ever been sweet? Please.
Listen, I wanted to see. I had hope in my heart. But you said my mama told me.
Animals know when you're pregnant.
Absolutely. First of all, because the animals got to know when one of their predators is about to arrive on Earth. And if you've ever worked
Oh.
at
Whoa.
a petting zoo, you would understand that kids are predators to animals. You have, yeah, these petting zoos, they try to act like, oh, the petting zoo, what a petting zoo. And it's so the pets and they pet it. No, it should be called a scraping zoo. It should be called a poking zoo. It's anything but petting. You're 2 years old, you're anally probing a pig. The pig's gonna
Oh.
remember you forever. I mean, it's the worst thing. And so every now and then, you ever notice like every now and then, every couple of years, like an animal just haul off and chew the shit out of a 4-year-old? That's payback. They just be snatching them out of nowhere. They getting them back.
Oh
Okay,
man.
but you can confirm you've seen a child put a finger in a pig?
I taped something at a petting zoo, and I used to go to this place that has a petting zoo. I shouldn't tell people, but whatever, I'll give them a little publicity. I go to the Queens County Fair almost every year, and I do the corn maze because I'm corny.
Oh
So
you
I'm very
proved it
corny.
now.
I love a good hayride. I grew up in Aberdeen, Maryland, and it was like a lot of foliage around, and you'd see the colors turn. And so I love a hayride. I love the apple picking. I love the
Mm.
cider. I love pumpkin bread baking. I love, I'm a complete fall baby. Plus, I was born in November, so I'm a complete fall Scorpio baby, like everything
Mm-hmm.
about it, the crispness, all that. So you have like a lot of petting zoos, and these kids they're the worst when it comes to these animals. That the parent just leaves the kid at the petting area.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, and as if the animal's gonna raise the kid. It's like you gotta stay there and watch and make sure that this kid, that your kid's too stupid to know. As many times as you said, don't turn the stove on, this motherfucker's still gonna put his hands on the stove and cook his damn hands up. You think he's not gonna try to put his pinky finger in the ass of a lamb? You're stupid.
You know what? I do think that, and that's why I'm a bad parent. That's why I don't have kids.
Yeah.
Wait, you're a bad parent without having kids? You just
He
No, I
can
mean
be
that's
both.
why.
That's
why I don't
2022.
have.
Let my man be both.
That's why I don't have children, because I would leave them around the animal. I'd be like, he's not going to try to finger fuck that donkey, and then my kid gets kicked in the face.
No. These kids are wild. Listen, remember in Disneyland, that alligator chewed that 2-year-old up. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then
I
they
do
was like,
remember
then
that.
come to find out, they was like, oh, the alligator was in a man-made lake, so that means Disneyland didn't like the children either because they put an alligator in there to chew the damn kids up. So it's like, and at some point when the alligator started chewing up the 2-year-old, you think at some point he had a moment with himself where he's like, oh, this is a human kid. He didn't
Mm-hmm.
stop the process, nor did he spit him out. He continued to chew up the kid. I'm telling you, they know what's going on with these children. And one by one, every couple of years, they're going to reduce the child population by chewing the fuck up out of a 2-year-old.
Wow. Okay, I will say that I went to the LA County Fair not too long ago, and they had a
Mm-hmm.
turtle little like petting zoo of sorts where they just put like 3 big tortoises out for kids to like feel the shell and shit.
Yeah. And
And
then the tortoise jump in there. And that's why they don't come out. They go in there and they go, give them some hard shit where the animal can disappear.
yeah, it truly they left it too open, and kids were like picking up the fucking tortoises and moving them around and like running
Mm-hmm.
with them, and it's like, no, this is abuse. This is truly the Holocaust for these fucking hard
Yeah.
shells.
Yeah. But see, the thing about it is they knew that the children were violent. So
Mm-hmm.
instead of closing down petting zoos, they're going to get them a harder pet to violate. They don't mind, right? It's not get rid of the petting zoo. It's let's give them something harder for them to try to violate, And then now the
Right.
tortoise got to go inside his shell, make a couple phone calls, see who he can get. It's like, and how many of them tortoises had some gang graffiti sprayed on their back? You
Right.
cannot leave children around pets. You can only let children play with things that can fight back. Dinosaurs, you see what I'm saying? Tarantulas, lions. You got to stop with the cute animals. Start giving these niggas aggressive animals that's gonna fight back. Send them down there with that pizza rat. See if that pizza rat is fucking around. That's why you don't see little kids in New York messing around like that, because they gotta fuck with rats. So they already respect the animal kingdom. It's these kids that be living in Wyoming and shit like that, and they got little bunny foo-foo. You see how violent that song is? He bopping them on the feet and bopping them on the head.
He was
bopping
all those mice.
I'm telling you, little white children. Yeah, why are you bopping him on the head?
Mice bopper from way back. You're 100% correct.
Wow, what kind of damn violence is this?
And so you're saying that their instinct to be able to identify when someone is pregnant is merely them identifying their greatest predator approaching.
Absolutely, they gotta know. They go. Did you hear? Like if you live in Connecticut and you live in one of them townhomes, a duplex if you call it, with the top and the bottom. And then Teresa, lives in 4C, and Teresa's pregnant. I'm telling you, the Pomeranian that lives downstairs knows that Teresa's pregnant, because he knows in about 9 months it's going to be a little nigga sitting next to him on the couch being introduced with some tea and crumpets that he going to have to get familiar with.
Yeah.
He'll put his finger right in that asshole.
For those of you that didn't see, David licked his finger and then put it in a pretend asshole. So I don't want our listeners at home to miss the goods,
Yeah, you gotta feel it all. I'm telling you, I watch these videos with the newborn baby, and I feel bad for these babies, the dogs, because especially with the dogs, the cats don't give a fuck about a newborn baby coming, because the cat's like, listen, this nigga do 2-3 things I don't like. You gonna wake up one day and the nigga not even gonna be here. Now the dog is like, who is this coming into my environment? And then they instantly make the baby the master of the dog.
Yeah,
it's like,
it
should be the other way around. The dog been here. The baby need to listen to the dog.
Yeah, the dog should eat the baby food. And give the baby the dog food. That's what I'm saying. That's how I was raised.
Yeah. That's why you got to get you a cat.
I just love the idea of this child being like, hey, mom, can I go outside? And she's like, I don't know. You got to ask the dog. And then this baby's just, now it's dog and baby.
Right. And then the dog is over there going, railroad. And hell no.
Well, Yamaneika, you kept your promise. This was not the innocuous, cute thing that I thought that we were going to jump into. You proved me the fuck wrong immediately. Good for you. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more Yamaneika Saunders and more My Mama Told Me.
I'll blow your goddamn head smooth off.
Oh, that's the whole thing.
Yep. We're back. We're back with more Yamaneika Saunders. More My Mama Told Me. David Borey is now fully in charge of the drops, and they have changed.
I'm getting there. We're going to figure it out.
He's doing gorgeous work. They're unbelievably funny. We're still discussing the possibility that animals can not only locate or identify when someone's pregnant, but are in fact doing that as a way of arming themselves against their pending enemy.
Can I say, and I just want to say a little bit of history from my past. When this came up, I have not so many, I have 2 different friends who, this is going to get graphic before it gets better. They went and got an abortion and they saw a dog immediately after. And 2 different women have told me the dog would not quit sniffing their pussy post-abortion.
Whoa.
Yeah, 2 different women have told me
Was
that.
it 2 white women? Because, sometimes white women leave stuff behind.
2 is...
Because, black women, we gonna make sure all that shit is out of there. White women like, oh, that's enough. You got a little bit of this, okay? And then you shot 9 months later when they delivering a toe.
I don't know the science. I don't know the science. You just made me realize I don't know how abortions work because you said that and I was like, maybe they do. It's one Hispanic woman and one white woman.
Okay.
So maybe they left it behind, but they said both of them. I went and got an abortion, came to see a dog blowing up my pussy.
Whoa. And so in theory, this is the dog now knowing that something...
I think the dog, it's like when you see a ghost where you're like, oh shit, I got...
Yeah.
Not the dog seeing a baby and the pussy ghost.
Yeah, it's a baby pussy ghost, I think is what the dog... Like they were
the
confused.
Baby just hovering around the vortex of the pussy. Maybe it's a portal.
I mean, where else would... if we're going to go there, where else would a baby ghost go? It's only been one place.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
The baby cannot imagine a world outside of its realm.
I can't believe I'm not hiding this now. That made me have a high moment. Where else would the baby go? It's only been one place. It's facts.
Yeah. Think about it. Think about it. It wouldn't know to go to China to check out the wall. It's like, I've been in this pussy. It's pretty good, I think.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Oh, wow. Wow. My mind's blown.
Mine too, because now I'm worried that there's a lot of ladies walking around with baby pussy ghosts.
Yeah.
Listen. Some of these ladies, they got 10 or 12 pussy ghosts apiece.
Bodies.
Baby pussy ghosts everywhere. Yeah.
And that's why it's important to choose the right one.
Right, yeah. You're like, damn, bitch, you got a ghost nursery in your pussy, bitch.
All different kinds. You got an Asian one in there?
Yeah. Everyone. And that's why the Enfamil, remember when the Enfamil went bad? It's because all these ghost babies out here hovering around the pussy saying we don't want no more Enfamil.
What I worry about the ghost babies hovering around the pussy is, are they fouling shit up? Are they like, I don't want any brothers and sisters, or do they want more? That's what I want to know.
Oh, that like they're forcing eggs and nut together to make more.
Well, like, you know how when you hear about a ghost in a house and it's like slamming doors and shaking windows trying to get you out of the house, the ghost is like, I don't want you to be in my house anymore.
It's popping pussy on its own.
Yeah, is that what this baby's doing?
I would imagine that they probably sit around like at the Kentucky Derby as they watch the race of the sperms trying to get into the egg, right? And then they'll be placing their bets on who gonna make it.
Right, because once again, that baby
don't make it, sit there.
Yeah, because once again, that baby's never been anywhere. That's the most exciting thing going on in a pussy, right? Is the race to the egg.
I mean, got to be every now and then there's a visit to the balls. You know, or they just like, it's a new dick now. She must have stopped messing with Ricky because I see it's the shaft is a little lighter this time.
Yeah, it's coming more towards me than it was before.
Wait, is it it's inside the pussy?
I think so.
Well, it could be hovering around. I'm sure it could be everywhere. Yeah.
I thought it was, I imagine it hanging out front like a 7-Eleven parking lot. Like it's just like,
you mean like a corner store, baby?
Like it's smoking black and milds outside the pussy. Trying to get a quarter from everybody.
Listen to Black and Yellow? No.
Where you from, little nigga?
Are you gonna have any change when you come back out?
Yeah, we over here. We live over by the fallopian tubes now. We the tubes.
Well, this defeated the purpose of even having a topic today. Now that this is where we've landed.
I mean, it's no reason to try to debunk it. It's 100% true. Animals are very smart.
That's the energy I like on this podcast.
Right. Don't debunk it. It's true. And animals are intuitive. They have to live on listen. Animals have to be very aware because their environment is the outside. Plus, especially for dogs, do you know how many dogs every day have to dodge a lonely white woman trying to bring him into our house and put him in an outfit? They got to be able to dodge that shit. They got to go up. I was watching Discovery Channel one night, And this dog ran away 13 times from this lady named Mary. And he said, "Oh, well, the dog keep running away." She said, "I don't know what the dog. We love him so much." I said, "Bitch, he don't want to be over there with you. That's why the
Nah,
nigga
he
keep
doesn't
running
want.
away.
He doesn't
He
want
don't
No.
want
anything
to
to do
be
with you.
there."
That's a
Yeah.
scary world. Like one false move and you could be a white lady's baby.
Woo! You're going to live well, but you're not going to be comfortable because they're going to put you in every outfit known to man.
Yeah, they're going to take you on airplanes. That's not where you're supposed to be.
And they're gonna turn on you when you fuck up. Oh boy.
It was a bitch in my last flight. She had a cat out the cage on the plane, and she walked to the bathroom with a nigga on her shoulder. I said white women are undefeated in the training animals to be an inconvenience game.
Well, here's my problem with that is there are air marshals on every flight. Why don't they get involved? Like, why isn't that the point where like a police officer, because this is against the law. Like
It
you
has
can't.
to be.
What's the law? There's no law you can't doo-doo with a cat.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. It's not, but it should be. I was concerned for the cat. We $35,000 miles up in the feet in the air, and you got this damn cat. The cat was looking around like, what is going on up here? The cat couldn't even. And then what was even worse is that she was in first class. I was in Delta One, so the cat was up when he realized he wasn't even in the premium spot. He had an attitude. Like, bitch, you didn't give me a Delta One ticket, bitch. You got me back here in first class.
I'm trying to
Delta
recline.
One's bigger than first class. I'm just one of my 9 lives up here in this plane for you to have me in economy plus, bitch.
I mean, I feel like what we're all saying here is that white women need to be put on the terrorism list. I think that's where we're going.
When it comes, especially when it comes to animals. Did you see the white woman breastfeeding the lamb?
I hope you send me a link.
Sometimes.
I need somebody to send me a link.
Yeah, I gotta go look for it to send it to you. No, but listen, you get the good with the bad, because some of the best pet parents I know are white women, because they will, black people, when as soon as our animals get to the point where, not me, I spent a lot of money on my baby Ford before he passed. He had cancer. I did everything I could to keep him alive. But back in the day, black people used to like. The animal get one little problem, we put them right outside. You know what I'm saying? And go, well, now it's time for you to see how long you're going to last.
Yeah, it's the Lord's problem now. Okay, let me run some of this research by you, because I imagine it's only going to... Yeah, I did research for this shit.
Okay, all right. Let me put my smart hat on now. Okay.
Well, honestly, it's not that smart, but I do Google searches and then I call it research.
I'm excited. I want to see what you came up with. Okay.
So it turns out that what you're suggesting is not as far-fetched an idea as you would think. They say that dogs and cats have both demonstrated the ability to recognize early pregnancy, sometimes even before the pregnant person has confirmed they are pregnant. Although in cats in particular, they seem to be the best pregnancy detectives. They're the closest to like a good detective for the shit.
Mm-hmm. That's how I found I had fertility issues, because my cats never come around me at all. They stay so far away from me.
The cat like, that pussy's broken. I know it.
Hey,
broken
like,
down.
I'm good. Hey.
Yeah, we good. Yeah, we ain't gotta be over
There ain't
there.
nothing over there I need to see. So one of the essential tools for detection apparently is because of their sense of smell. That like when a person becomes pregnant, your body begins producing more progesterone, estrogen, and human, one of these HCG is what it's called, hormones, which subsequently changes your personal scent and alerts the animal of your pregnancy.
So does that, and this is another personal story. I knew a guy. Shout out to Darius. He might listen to this. Shout out to D Monday. No, this is a man. This is a man. This is a man.
Okay.
He used to claim that he could smell when a woman was on her period. Yeah, he would say he could smell it sometimes. Like we'd get out of a car with somebody and be like, man, I could smell she was on her period. Is there a possibility that like, with the proper training that I could.
No, first of all, you don't want to. I mean, either he was smelling chicks on a period, or somebody left some rusty coins in the cup holder.
Yeah.
I thought
You know
that's what
the
it smelled like.
Yeah, it's like, but also, who out here trying to? He need a restraining order. If you that close to me,
No,
and you
it
can
wasn't.
smell.
I want to let it be. I don't want to play my man out. It wasn't like
No,
he
play
was.
him. There's no way to make it. You trying to
He
make it
wasn't
nice,
going
and
down.
there's
He
no
wasn't
way.
sniffing like her chair. It was like he would just be sitting next to someone, and he claimed he could smell.
Well, you should have told him he need to go into being an OBGYN if he got that kind of skill. He's disserved wherever he is. He need to be the next Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable.
I'm just trying to learn for myself. I just want a situation where I don't have to be buying Plan B. Like if
I don't know that you're going to be able to acquire this superpower.
Yeah, post menopausal.
That's what I've heard. That's what a lot of people have
looking.
said.
Yeah,
That's
and
what a
it's
lot of
some
people
good.
have said.
These older women now. Look at me. Older women are keeping their shit together.
Yeah,
I don't mind if they don't keep it together. Quite frankly,
Yeah. Now, okay. Now we got to talk. Now you letting the bitch go and lose her looks. Every woman gonna be after you because we tired.
That's what numbers on the board, baby. Numbers on the board, baby.
We gonna get you some numbers on the board. We gonna take you to the Essence Festival and have you go on the night that Taraji P. Henson speak. And there ain't nothing but a bunch of old black bitches over there. So, or I say older.
I think if I went to Essence Fest, I could lie and say I ghost wrote Taraji's acceptance speech.
Oh, you could definitely
like,
get away
I'm
with
nobody special. I'm nobody special. I mean, I did right.
I worked on it. Yeah. He was like, what? Oh, yeah. Well, girl, let me go out. Yeah, I met this young man. He said somebody he was right for today. Yeah, so I'm going to take him over to the
for Taraji P. Henson.
That's how black was going. And that girl was like, oh, girl, right. Okay, girl, go ahead. Have a good time, girl. Call me later, girl. Yeah, honey. And they gonna dip that thing on you hard too. You said Taraji P. She gonna get you some extra strokes.
And that's the exact right person to be writing for, because Taraji tell it like it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
She just is cued into the way that these niggas need to hear it, and she got it.
Yes. I love her so much. She's so real, man.
She is great.
Yeah, but animals. But let's just say this real quick. Animals do, because like my cats, they have a sensitivity they can hear their ear sensitivity is 30 times stronger than a human's.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times there's a difference. They know when I'm coming off the elevator to get to my apartment versus when somebody else is coming to the door, when a delivery person's coming. I watch them act differently in a bunch of different situations. So they're already very cued in to the environment, and especially when the environment is enclosed, because any changes to that dynamic, even just in relationships, when a cat or a dog is with maybe a single woman and then she gets into a relationship, they have to get attuned to their partners. I've watched my cats judge my exes, like be close to some, be nervous of others. I go off of their vibe to see who I should and should not trust in my home.
Are they correct usually?
Yeah, every time. My cat Brooklyn, when he gets involved, he's never been wrong about a person. And then my new cat Richard Pryor, he's somebody that doesn't come out at all. Yeah, he's so cute. He doesn't come out at all.
I love a cat with a first and last name.
Oh, he's the best. Richard Pryor Saunders and my other baby who passed, Forbes magazine, Saunders. He passed, but whenever I see Brooklyn come out and then come over to somebody, then I know that person has a good spirit because he doesn't play around. And then Pryor, because Pryor is so antisocial, if he gets comfortable enough to come out while you're here at all, I'm like, okay, I can fuck with that person because they're completely off of vibes.
And so one of the things that the research actually speaks to is that being completely true, that in fact, one of the reasons that they think that animals are able to detect pregnancy is because of shifts in your posture, shifts in the way that like your sort of like energy is being carried in your body, that like they're so in tune with our physical movements and our sort of like even our patterns as like humans, that like if you start doing shit differently every day than you were doing before, they subsequently interpret that as a change in your being and then are able to identify pregnancy because of it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I do
Leave
want to
him
know.
alone. Leave him alone. Sorry, stay with a second. Leave him alone. Don't do that. And I was just talking nicely about y'all, and y'all decided to get over here and start fighting. Don't
Oh
do that to
boy, if
him.
y'all are unclear about what's happening, Yamaneika's cussing the fuck out of some cats.
No, I have Brooklyn's a senior, and Pryor is the young whippersnapper. So sometimes he just be messing with Brooklyn, and Brooklyn just be taking it because Brooklyn's a senior citizen and he don't want to fight with his kids no more.
I have heard that Brooklyn keep on taking it.
Yeah, look at the come on, Brooklyn.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Brooklyn. You seem like a nice guy.
He's a sweetie. But no, get out of that plate.
Thank you for your service, Brooklyn. You served Yamaneika's home excellently.
He does. He's a sweetie. I love my babies.
Langston, can I ask you a question about your research?
Hell yeah.
Is there anywhere where you found out that maybe a cat could tell if I had gotten someone pregnant?
The Parisian.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
cat.
there were no stupid questions. This is not.
I actually think that the research suggests that a cat might be able to tell if you got someone pregnant. It would not necessarily be reflected in them being like, hey, dog, I think I got some bad news for you type shit. But it said that basically like part of the way that cats demonstrate when someone is pregnant is by getting closer to that person. Largely, like, for example, they can detect body heat. Apparently, body heat is a big difference between us and cats. Cats run 20% hotter than humans do, which is why when a person becomes pregnant, their blood increases, the blood flow increases, subsequently making their body hotter, and cats are attracted to that body heat. They'll like then become much more snuggly, especially cats that like previously wouldn't even fuck with you. You get pregnant and suddenly they're like always wanting to be on top of you. That said, if you got somebody pregnant, I think you'd be sweating, you'd be stressing. Maybe that increases your body heat and subsequently makes a cat want to be closer.
Okay, so if a cat is nice to me, I got somebody.
You got somebody
That's what you're
pregnant,
saying?
I think is the
right.
answer.
And if you hear a hiss, you better leave the house.
Okay. No, these are good things to know.
So these small changes sort of being at the core of this, it got me asking questions because it reminded me, I guess, or all of this of like the cats being able to detect and like the relationship with babies. And I'm sure you all remember this. I've always associated cats as being like a negative with children, like murderers of kids. I don't know if you've ever heard that old wives' tale of
they say they'll eat you. They even say like if you die around them, they eat you. I think it's
I've heard that
about
they'll eat your cheeks off. They'll eat your cheeks off
yeah.
in bed.
I mean, my cats actively chew on me in the morning. You know what I mean? Like if it gets to a point where I'm not waking up fast enough to get them some food, that I've had my hair chewed on. You know, they will lay right on the things that, you know, cut off your life source.
So that's what they're talking about with the babies, though, is that like apparently in history there was a theory at least that cats would lay on babies' faces and suffocate them.
Probably kill them. Yeah.
And what does the cat get out of that though?
Apparently,
one less person in the house.
Yeah, according to Yamaneika, it's cutting off a motherfucker that's going to get on their nerves in the future.
Nip it in the bud.
Let me tell you something. I've watched people think it's cute for I've had friends bring their babies over to my house, and the cats, you know, don't want to be bothered. And I tell the little girls and the little boys that come here, I said, listen, if he wow out, you understand? You did it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't bother him. He don't want to be bothered by you. Now, sometimes they'll come over there. They're intrigued by the children. They'll play. But it's always the children that keep to themselves. Then they feel comfortable. But the ones that are running around and jumping all over the place and wall to wall, they can't take it.
So I understand. What ends up becoming particularly interesting in relation to these cats murdering, and I think it's fair that you would argue, hey, if my cat got to kill this kid, that's on them. There apparently this entire sort of like I guess old wives' tale came out of a article from the Annual Register in 1791.
Mm.
January 25th, 1791, a child of 18 months was found dead near Plymouth, and it appeared on the coroner's inquest that the child died in consequence of a cat sucking its breath, thereby occasioning a strangulation, is what it says.
The cat kissed a baby?
Why did they put it on the cat? Why didn't they put it on a rock?
Hey, come on.
I mean, who over there letting babies be born in Plymouth where the rocks is landing on them?
Come on, keep going. Keep going.
Okay? Because sometimes they be blaming these cats. These cats not even involved. You know what I'm saying? The cat was like, it was the rock.
The rock did that. The what's interesting about what you're saying is that actually a lot of what people suggest about cats killing fucking kids is completely false, and that this was actually all born of the association cats had with witches, that people believed cats to be associated with witches. So anytime a baby died
I believe that.
via something like SIDS, they would presume that the cat being in the room meant that the cat had murdered the kid, instead of just being honest and being like, oh, babies be dying.
Let me
sometimes.
clear up this witch cat fiasco. Okay?
I believe in the cat to witch pipeline.
There's no no. The only reason why they associate cats with witches is because witches would be out there where the cats was. The cats was outside and the witches went outside to do their shit. But they like, we don't even fuck with each other. Cats is like, I don't be fucking with no witches, and witches like, you ain't never seen me fuck with no cat. Them niggas is just around.
It's
okay?
like it's Crips and Bloods in the same neighborhood.
Pretty
block
much.
to block.
And I want to ask a serious question now. How in the world could a cat possibly strangle a baby, and these niggas has got these little hands like he can't even get a full grip?
It's not. Okay,
he can't get no full grip. How he gonna get a grip?
I think I got an idea.
Get a grip.
I think I got an idea. It's not, they're not choking a baby, right? It's not like it's like a laying on the body. Like it
I don't
lays...
think it's like a sleeper hold on the baby.
No,
in the way that you're imagining.
Sweet and innocent Brooklyn is. You ain't out here choking no babies, is it?
That's because he knows you're not pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Brooklyn, am I pregnant? Brooklyn, will I ever have a baby? You're trying to get away from me.
Brooklyn, say something, man. You gotta. This is a podcast. It's an audio medium. So with that, it also got me thinking about all the other things that we use animals for in regards to detection, right? It seems like scientists have gone beyond using animals for pregnancy, even though they do believe they can identify it. But like, for example, for infectious diseases, cats, dogs, mice, pigeons, and even fruit flies have all been used to track a growing sickness in a person's body.
Oh, everybody knows that pigeons can smell the clap, though. That's not new.
I've never heard that.
That's
Are
old.
you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Pigeons ought to smell the clap.
Yeah, you gotta get a good pigeon.
They used to call it the flap because the pigeons.
You put it up against your crotch. You see what the pigeon does.
Yeah, that's how they know.
Let me tell you something. Animals are very intuitive, and they do have detective skills. That's why you got Scooby-Doo.
Mm-hmm.
You had Darkwing Duck, right? Mm-hmm. He was doing his shit. You had what's his name, the Hound, whatever his name was.
Even the Grape Ape, he solved some crimes.
Yeah, and what was the one, the German Shepherd that was Sherlock Holmes for a while?
Oh, Detective McGruff. Detective McGruff.
Yes, McGruff.
Scruff McGruff. I love that you promoted him to detective. Good for you.
Was he not? He didn't have a uniform on.
Officer McGruff.
He had a trench coat and a magnifying glass.
I think he was just, if I'm not mistaken, Scruff McGruff was just a snitch that like promoted himself to like a commissioner level snitch. Like, I don't think he actually was a police officer.
Why don't you?
Well, every time he came to my school, he said he was a detective.
Well, that's the problem. Is it was one of those things where he got real loosey goosey with his title. But if you remember correctly, Scruff McGruff was asking you to mail in a letter if you saw a crime. That's not police shit. Do you know what I mean? He was
That's a
like,
good point.
I
That's a
mean,
good
that's
point.
true, but remember back in the day, old school niggas, that's how we moved. We wasn't as quick, you know what I'm saying? Like, these kids now, they can do something immediately. Back in the day, you had to go to the stationery store, you had to get a letter, you had to go to the post office, get a stamp, you had to go to Staples, get a pen, then you had to go home, you had to write it, then you had to fold it, then you had to find somebody to lick the stamp and the letter, then you had to wait to get a ride to go back to the post office, then you had to wait for the post office to open up. Then when you stood in line for about an hour, they said, no, you got to go outside and put it in the post box. We don't do that kind of service in line. So, yeah, it would take a long time to get a message out.
and all of that's to say,
All that to send
you do all that and the message just says, hey, somebody trying to kill me.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Listen, I just got the invitation to my kindergarten graduation in the mail last week. I just found out I graduated from kindergarten.
Well, Scruff McGruff, Detective McGruff, as you also
I don't know, Langston. I think you got a beef with the way you perked up about Scruff.
That's what I'm saying.
I just don't love the police as much as y'all do. Let's just say that. I'm not that big a fan of the police, but apparently y'all are big fans, and I apologize.
I didn't say I was a fan. I said he's a detective. That's just a naming thing.
I just don't honor their titles as deeply as y'all do.
Okay, all right.
All right. I still think there's something to be unpacked later, but
this is a good transition into the last little thing that it reminded me of, is that there obviously are the bomb dogs at the airport, which on many occasions white people have told me, don't worry, they're not there to detect any drugs, but I don't believe that even for a second. I don't think that's true.
Oh no, they definitely there to detect drugs.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I was just in the DC airport yesterday. I flew home yesterday. They had the dog come by my row of people 4 different times in like 20 minutes. Why so many dog? Why so much dog?
Yeah.
2 different dogs.
Because you was there and they kept saying, you sure this nigga ain't got nothing? This dog every time he went around, they go, you sure?
Yeah.
Let's let him over there by him real quick. Make sure
I definitely look like somebody who left an 1/8 in his bag on accident. I understand. I know what I look
The dog's like, he got some drugs and he got a bitch pregnant, but that's
so that's what I know about.
I have to go through my suitcase every time. I got to go through my suitcase and make sure my carry-on don't have no vibrators and drugs in it. Because this is every time I be forgetting. I be like, oh shit, I got to go back and shit.
Will they stop you for the vibrator?
They don't, but it's embarrassing. You know, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, so you don't want to be bothered with that, but they will stop you for the drugs. Listen, sometimes you forget. And I one time I had to say, oh, my friend was playing a goof and left a, I was like, because I wear glasses, so I really don't look like I smoke. And I said, oh, no, my friend left a goof. It was a little teeny roach in there. And I said, oh, it was a goof, but I forgot to finish it at the party from the night before, and I put it in my purse.
I mean, I got to be honest. Between drugs and sex toys, I don't know which one I would rather be caught with at the airport.
Well, as a man, you don't want no sex toys. A woman,
that's what I'm saying. What am I gonna? Yeah. I feel like the weed is a lot easier to explain away.
But I also feel like if I put a dildo in my bag, they're not gonna ask me to open my bag. They don't want to talk about that either.
Let me tell you something. You better hope it ain't no black women in it, because if it's black women there, they not only gonna ask you about it, they gonna ask you about it while you still haven't even cleared the other side.
Sir,
you waiting to get scared. Sir, we gotta talk to you about. Wait a minute, is this you? Okay, when you get over here, we got to pull him to the side, Tammy. No, because why he got a dildo in his bag like that?
Also, why's it always got to be a dildo? Why can't Langston could have a pocket pussy?
I like that. Thank you, David.
Men why would you travel with a pocket pussy when you can go pay some bitch to give you some haphazard pussy wherever you go?
Because that is far more complicated. I'm in town on business.
To pay for pussy? I'm in town on business. Go out and get dick because we also, you don't want to seem like you're desperate. You don't want to seem like you can't get none, and you don't want to seem like you're loose. So women got to kind of hint around and flirt and all this stuff. Man, you could just go buy some chick on the street and be like, hey, are you a prostitute?
That
Okay,
is not. I do not.
little Ramada in?
All my dark-skinned kings listening to this podcast, this is a setup. Do not listen to this advice.
Why they gotta be dark-skinned king?
Because they'll let the light skins go.
Hey, and light skin lovers, y'all also don't listen to this. Just like
Me and
Yamaneika
Langston walk up to a
Yamaneika
woman.
stuff.
Me and Langston walk up to a woman.
I'm gonna get a tattoo like this. Like Yamaneika say Yamaneika stuff.
Langston's got his nice chain
Don't fall
on.
for this trap.
His light eyes. I'm over here I'm in a Carhartt hoodie. I'm going. If I can't just.
Boy, you gotta stop. You listen. You a handsome man too. Stop doing that to yourself.
I cannot be asking these ladies on the street if they're prostitutes. I do know
Don't they look like? Don't they? I don't know how prostitution works. Don't they have sit on a corner where they got how they else they advertise if they don't tell you that they prostitutes?
They got those spinny sign things, but it's a dick.
Oh, with the little doll that blows up in the wind. Like that's what they should be doing. How else are you supposed to find out they're a prostitute if you don't ask?
You probably because the 30 baby pussy ghosts around.
All right, I think we did it. I think that's gonna do everything we needed to do.
What a punchline at the end.
This is so much fun. Yamaneika, could you tell the people where they can find you, what cool shit you have going on?
Yeah, well, I don't know when this is coming out, but if it's coming out before October 13th through
It is.
16th, I will be at the Detroit House of Comedy from the 13th to the 16th, and then I'll be doing a one-nighter at Hilarities in Ohio. And right prior to that, on October 11th, I'll be running my hour again at the Comedy Cellar at Fat Black. So come out. I would love to see you guys there.
Hell yeah. Go see Yamaneika. Bori, tell the people.
The only date I can remember right now, I'm headlining Comedy Works in Denver, November 25th. Oh, come to Faded Comedy Denver, October 21st. It's going to be headlining Jordan Temple, fadedcomedydenver.com. And the rest it's on my Instagram. I'm around.
Fuck yeah. And I don't know my dates, so you can follow me at Langston Kerman and on all platforms. And as always, if you want to send us your own drops, your own conspiracy theories, if you want to complain about all the horrible things we said about pussy ghosts, please send those things to mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. That's about it. Bye, bitch.